What's up, Wobby? Meeseek sucks. Yeah, I know. I know. How's everyone doing? Yeah, it's a pretty shitty day, guys. I don't know, like I feel like such a fucking idiot because it's like I feel bad, like I genuinely feel really bad, but it's like that it's fucking pathetic for me to say that when people literally have like lost their livelihoods today. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just want to talk about this shit and read stuff and kind of rant a little bit, I guess. But all of it fucking sucks, man. I have a lot of friends that lost their jobs today. You know what I mean? And it's you know, like I just don't know, man. I'm just angry. I'm just mad. I'm just like really fucking genuinely mad. Because for all the faults and all the shit that we give Bungie, they're supposed to be the one company that's above this. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I don't know. It's fucking awful. Is this Bungie or Sony though? I mean, they are one in the same now. You know what I mean? The moment that you get bought out, it is the same. A company is always its parent company. That's how it works. Any segregation there is purely for optics. So what happened? Quite a large portion of Destiny was laid of Bungie was laid off today. We don't have an exact number yet. I'm sure we'll get one, but dozens at least. It seems like a lot of artists, a lot of lawyers, a couple engineers, and very publicly on the very public front, like a lot of the community management team. So Hippie got laid off, Sam got laid off, Griffin got laid off. Like literally 3 of the pillars and like that's not. So Griffin ran the Twitter account, the Destiny 2 Twitter account. Sam did all sorts of shit behind the scenes, and wrote twabs, and I mean everyone knows Liana. Like literally 3 of the largest sources of communication from Bungie, all gone today. Fucking wild, man. Fucking wild. And it's like we finally got to a point in Destiny where like the communication is open, and it was flowing, and now like fucking the biggest community manager at Bungie right now is fucking Joe Blackburn because he does one stream and a Dado video. You know what I mean? Like I'm really pissed. Genuinely really fucking good people too, you know? Very publicly open, passionate people that advocated for a lot of really, really good stuff. It's fucking gone, man. Disgusting. So, do we even have a community manager now? I know Bruno did stuff. I think he's technically like one of the Latin America, I think, community managers. Let me check real quick before I misspeak. But he's been writing a lot of the twabs. Maybe I don't even fucking know if he got like a okay, yeah, so Bruno's still there. Yeah, Southern EU and Latin America community manager. So he's been writing some of the twabs. Has anyone else been writing them except for Liana and Sam and him? Oh, Cosmo. Cosmo's still there. Yeah, Cosmo's like the lead of the team though, of the community manager team. So we haven't seen him in a while. Pete Parsons just tweeted today. This is gonna be fucking great. Today is a sad day at Bungie as we say goodbye to colleagues who have all made a significant impact on our studio. What these exceptional individuals have contributed to our games and Bungie's culture has been enormous and will continue to be a part of Bungie long into the future. These are truly talented people. If you have openings, I'd highly recommend each and every one of them. Fucking CEO talk, dog. I don't know, man. I just, fuck me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I just don't. I don't know, man. The only glimmer of hope is that the last expansion was getting delayed with Witch Queen, which was a banger, guys. How is that what you take away from this? It's delayed because they just fired their workforce, guys. Like, hello? And to make it better, not only is it delayed because of that, it was delayed to move it to a different tax year. You know what I mean? Like, come on. That has nothing to do with the quality of the expansion. If that's what you're taking away from this, you have zero interpretation of what is going on. Oh man, Scarrow realizing Destiny's dying and that he might have to get a real job soon. I'm a full-time research chemist. I make $112,500 a year. This is not my job. I don't do this for an income. This is purely a hobby. It is something I very much enjoy, and you can suck my ass with your ignorant comments, okay? Like fucking hell. This is not, I'm so sick of people telling me I can't have an opinion because this is my job. It's literally fucking not. And content creators can have an opinion, and just because I play the game does not make me ignorant of what is going on in the game. So like, fuck off. Jesus Christ, dude. It pisses me off more than anything, man. I have a fucking PhD and people sitting in here roasting me because I like to play a video game with people, like, talking to you guys. Fucking disgusting. But, yeah, it's just fucking gross, man. I've been pretty open about my political beliefs and large corporations, and this is just, I mean, it's just fucking, it's gross, man. It's just fucking gross. So yeah, right before the holidays. I mean, fucking at least they gave them a month. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ, they're almost 2. But disgusting. We can I want to read the Jason Schreier. Appeal to authority fallacy, invalid argument. I didn't even make an argument. I stated a fact. Pete not taking a single bit of responsibility is also heartbreaking. Yeah. Yeah, all right, here's the Jason Schreier article on it. Sony's Bungie game unit cuts staff following delayed titles. So Jason Schreier, if you guys don't know, he's a unbelievably reliable source of information all across the industry. For years. I mean, this guy is probably the most reliable source of information. He has insiders everywhere. But Bungie, the Sony-owned game studio behind Destiny 2, let go an undisclosed number of staffers, according to people with knowledge on the matter. In an email to employees they're seen by Bloomberg. Oh, I want to see that, by the way. Oh, this is Bloomberg, sorry. Chief CEO Pete Parsons said staffers would be hearing some news today and that there would be a team meeting later in the day to discuss today's events. The company didn't immediately respond to a request for comment. Bungie recently delayed an upcoming Destiny 2 expansion, The Final Shape, until June from February, pushing it out of SUNY Group Corp's current fiscal year. Brother, I fucking hate this so much, man. It wasn't Marathon already slated for 2025? No. Their other game was the Matter was originally slated for 2025. So since Marathon, I had always said that I thought Marathon was coming out late next year, because it didn't make sense for them to push it out in 2025, like launching 2 IPs in the same year. Not a move that you see a lot. So I would wager Matter's being pushed to 2026 if I had to guess. Marathon's coming out in 2025. And the Final Shape takes up most of next year. But the thing that's worrying about this from a player perspective, once again, like the number one focus here should 100% be the people who just lost their livelihood. And that is by far the most tragic part of this. The most tragic part of this entire situation. That you can literally lose your livelihood in a record year, by the way. There have been more successful video games this year than any other time in history that I'm aware of. Companies have had record-breaking years the last couple of years in terms of overall profits. And it's not like anyone's struggling. You know what I mean? But people are paying the price for this sort of stuff. So yeah, this is being delayed until June. The longest season up to this point, I tweeted this out earlier. The longest season up to this point, let me find my math. Was Season of the Lost. Season of the Lost was 182 days long because they delayed Witch Queen. But also in December, they launched a 30th anniversary event, which was essentially a season in itself. It was very large. All it was missing was a narrative thing, but it had one of the best seasonal activities ever. Came with the dungeon, great aesthetic, very fun, lots of weapons, sandbox changes, for instance, as well. So even though Season of the Lost was 182 days long, it was essentially a season and a half, if not 2 seasons. If we assume that this is going to come out on June 1st, which it's not, because that's not a Tuesday. How do I fucking pop out a calendar here? Hello? What do you mean clock? So if I pop out a calendar, so what are our options? Realistically, the earliest, I can't even see it, is fucking June 4th. So that would be 189 days. So this, it'll either be 189 days, 196 days, 203 days, or 210 days. Assuming they don't, because I assume, what did Cosmo say? Assuming that we don't get anything in between, which I'm not sure how they would have time to develop anything in the next 2-3 months, considering the average time for developing a season is around half a year, 6 months. There's also, I mean, there is always the possibility that they still put out episode 1 because they are anthological in nature. They'd probably have to rework stuff so it doesn't respawn to Final Shape. But I would wager some of the episode 1 stuff is already being worked on. So they might be able to do that. I don't even know. Oh god, I thought Cosmo was he's good. Today was my worst day at Bungie by far. Absolutely gutted to lose so many talented and amazing teammates. Please show them some love and compassion. And Cosmo, he's a global community lead, so he's in charge of the entire social media team. So it would not surprise me if he was one of the ones that had to break that news to people as well. Oh man, dude, this is so rough. Podcast is gonna be an interesting one. Travis will probably have some good insights, dude. I don't know. It's just fucking. It just makes me mad. Do you think they could even make a 30th anniversary type of expansion in this amount of time? No, I don't. I mean, they've been very open that they develop things about 6 months in advance. You know, is this the longest delay they've ever had for a large expansion? 4 months. A Witch Queen was about 4 months, right? I guess there's 3 because it went from November to February 22nd. This might be the longest, yeah. So, do you think Sony slashed their money injection? I'm not even going to speculate to know how any of that works. I mean, behind the scenes, I have no idea. We don't know what their profit structure looks like. We don't know how much say Sony gets. I mean, obviously they own them. There's an article I do want to read. There's an article I want to read. We're going to read it after this Jason Schreier one. Yeah, so this came out. This is a quote from Bungie on February 1st, which was right when the Sony acquisition happened. Bungie leadership assures employees the Sony deal will not result in layoffs or restructuring. So we're going to read that article here. Aged very well. Yo, Mr. Punisher, what's up? Oh, man. This is what happens when they put an Eververse set into the playlist. Oh my fucking god. That's an oof joke right there. Jesus. That's crazy. Oh my god. Do you think people ask for a refund for Final Shape? Some people will, for sure. I mean, the 6 month delay is, or it's not 6 month, 4 month delay is, I mean, that's not nothing. Bungie recently delayed an upcoming Destiny 2 expansion in the Final Shape until June from February, pushing out of Sony Group Corp's current fiscal year, said the people who asked not to be identified because they weren't authorized to speak publicly. Bungie's next game, Marathon, slipped to 2025. And this is one thing we might not get information on as well. Like, you know, all the Destiny people are very, very public. How much of the Marathon team was affected? How much of the Matter team was affected? The Gummy Bear team, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot more people. Only, like, I think half of Bungie's workforce works on Destiny. There's a lot of people behind the scenes. Yeah. My old company got acquired, told us the same thing. No layoffs or restructured. 6 months later, me and everyone in sales and marketing got laid off. It's how it goes, man. Acquisitions, I mean, they're purely profit based. It's all they're gonna. It's disgusting. Gummy Bear, that's their frog-like mobile MOBA game thing. I don't know if it's a mobile game, but it's called Project Gummy Bear. Sony, which purchased Bungie in early 2022 for $3.6 billion, has been cutting staff across its PlayStation division this year, in part due to delays. The unit lost several key producers this year, and PlayStation boss Jim Ryan said last month he will retire in March. So what this comes down to is Sony leadership made a lot of bad decisions and bad mistakes, and all the subsidiaries of Sony, and all of the people that didn't make those decisions, and all the people that were just following orders now have to pay the price. Yeah, and this is happening across the industry. Epic Games cut 900 staff once again. The Epic Games guy, the fucking CEO, came out and directly said that it was his fault, but he didn't take a pay cut. He didn't lose his job. 900 people did. 900 not rich people lost their livelihoods. So, disgusting. Let's look up this other one. All right, here we go. This one is written by Nathan Grayson on the Washington Post. Brother, what the fuck with these ads? Bungie leadership assures employees Sony deal will not result in layoffs or restructuring. So this was a year ago, but all indications point towards it is in fact Sony that is leading this. Who's even left in the community part of Bungie? Cosmo and Bruno are the two public ones that I'm aware of off the top of my head. And then there's like Andy. So like Chef Andy runs the oh no, there's one more too. Chef Andy runs the like content creator team that they're building. They haven't really done much as of yet, but he's technically part of it. Andy Salisbury it does like social media stuff. So I mean there's still a couple people, but all of the really public ones except for Cosmo got axed, and Bruno's been pretty public as of lately. At this point, I don't even think it was Sony's fault directly. I mean, all indications, including insider reports, point towards it absolutely being Sony's fault. For developers working at Destiny 2 studio Bungie, this week started out even more atypically than most during these times of pandemic-prompted remote work. Once again, this was early 2022. Early Monday morning, employees received a request to attend an ominous-sounding emergency virtual meeting. As the call began, employees were shocked to learn at the same time as the public that a chapter in the company's history was coming to an end. Bungie had been acquired by Sony for $3.6 billion. Bungie employees who spoke to the Washington Post on condition of anonymity, since they were not authorized to discuss the deal with media, expressed concern that Sony might cramp their style despite promises from leadership that the studio will continue to self-publish and be creatively independent. Notice, like, every time they talk about it, I mean, in no way, shape, or form does it seem like they were financially independent. Like, there is expected profit motives here. Of course, because that's why you do acquisitions. Some noted that those plans might change over time, as they have with other major video game studios that have been acquired by big publishers over the years. Bungie's history of hulking out multiple publishing deals suggests that its developers may not comfortably fit into someone else's stable. Developers also expressed their skepticism of an equity buyout program seemingly designed to retain staff. We are cautiously optimistic in my circles, said another person. If we remain as independent in design and direction as our leadership claims, it will be good, I think. However, Sony-owned studios are not famed for their great working conditions. PlayStation subsidiaries like Naughty Dog and Sony Santa Monica are held in high regard for exactingly produced cinematic experiences in games like The Last of Us and God of War, but the former studio especially has gained a reported reputation for pushing passionate creatives to the brink with nigh endless crunch. Bungie developers fear a future in which Sony's hunger for constantly updated live service games forces their nose to the grindstone. Monday's meeting felt them leaving like it will be business as usual for the time being. I want that exact quote. I want to see the exact quote. That's weird, because I didn't see this quote anywhere in the article, actually. Oh yeah, here, let me search layoffs. Oh yeah, though Bungie employees said leadership has assured them there will be absolutely no layoffs and nothing major in terms of restructuring once the Sony deal closes, the acquisition represents a notable shift for the Washington-based game developers. For roughly the last 15 years, Bungie's business dealings have been marked by repeated pushes to regain independence and anomaly in the video game industry. After being purchased by Microsoft in 2000, the game developer birthed the Halo franchise before splitting from the tech titan in 2007. In 2019, Bungie reached an agreement with its partner in a publishing deal since 2010, Activision Blizzard, to regain control of its publishing rights to the Destiny series. For a studio that's strived? I think strived is the correct past tense of that, but maybe not. To maintain creative freedom, even while creating big budget video games, the Sony buyout is a surprising turn, albeit one firmly in the step of the industry's pivot towards consolidation, which is also, I mean, we didn't talk about this, but you're going to start seeing a lot of this, man. I mean, we already see a lot of it, but with Activision Blizzard being acquired by Xbox, I mean, all of the players, it is Microsoft and Sony, and I mean, Nintendo's fucking tiny comparatively, right? I mean, even Sony's tiny comparatively to Microsoft. But man. Yeah, this is just sad, man. But yeah, so we're about to have a fucking very, very, very long dead period in Destiny, I think. Like I said, nearly 200 days. I mean, which is unless Bungie has something up their sleeves, but I don't really buy it. I do find it really interesting. A lot of Destiny employees over the last year have been making their way to Riot and other game companies. So I mean, I don't have any inside information or anything, but I would have to think that some people saw this coming. And Riot's been on a really big hiring push lately. So how do you compensate for that as a content creator? I mean, this isn't my income, so I'll survive. If I just take a break, I just take a break. You know what I mean? Or play other things. It's not. I'm worried. I'm genuinely worried for my content creator friends. You know, there are some of these content creators that maybe don't live paycheck to paycheck, but can't afford a 6-month lapse. So like, I'm not gonna pretend to know what any of their financials look like, but that can't be easy for anyone. You know, you have to keep in mind, like, if you're a YouTuber or a streamer, this is the one thing I say every time I talk about this. Scarrow, would you become a full-time content creator? Like, no way in hell. You'd have to make $1 billion for it to be worth it, in my opinion, because you don't get health insurance, you don't get a 401k, no matching. I mean, you can pay into a 401k, but you don't get any matching. You know, there's no HR, there's no benefits at all. You are you. You know, you have to account for your own taxes. You have to run your own business. You have to pay your editors and make sure everything's on the up and up. There's no protection against stuff like this, and so it wouldn't ever make sense for me, especially in my position. But you know, that stuff like that makes me genuinely really worried for my friends. So I hope they're okay, man. I mean, 10-year Destiny anniversary, yeah, but once again, like, if they haven't started developing this, they didn't know they were getting laid off. Like, it is extremely obvious based off of the responses on Twitter today. No one knew a layoff was coming except for leadership. And that means that they've been working on episode 1, whatever the fuck, Echoes or whatever, and the final shape. They have November, December, I guess 4 months ish. 3, let's say 3, because certification and stuff. To get something like that ready. And that's half the regular Destiny cycle. When's this layoff coming? It happened today. I'm dunking on the company that got Bud Lighted? What the fuck does that even mean, bro? You guys are crazy. This is fucked. You know, Bud Light is still a massively successful company. You guys didn't do anything. This is like, it is crazy how people will rewrite reality due to their like pandered grift, and they'll just pretend like their temper tantrums on social media did something. You guys don't do anything. You guys are so dumb. Bud Light still exists, dog. If you go to a store, like, hello? Bungie didn't stop existing. They're hurting small people. You know what I mean? The people, if Bud Light ever did do layoffs or they got affected, the company doesn't care. The people who make money at the company will still make money. They're hurting the small
individual, you know, the small individuals, the people who aren't rich, the people who don't make money. You guys are all fucking stupid. Every time you do something like that, it's ridiculous. This whole wokeness bullshit has nothing to do with this, but it's also, you guys, like, oh, but like, cancel them. Like, you're just fucking dumb. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Desi's getting fixed because their team is inept and woke. Dog, are you fucking 12? Like, I just don't even know how to express this. I just don't even know, man. This is crazy. Bungie, Destiny's getting fixed because their team is inept and woke. The people who make the decisions to drive the game in inclusive directions are the leadership, okay? That's how companies work. It's a pandering message thing. Every company does it. My company does it. Fucking Walmart does it. McDonald's does it. None of that, they don't care about any of these issues, dog. It's a message to pander. But the people making those decisions are not the ones being laid off. So it's not gonna change anything, Elite. You're just dumb. Like, how do you not know how any of this works? It's so simple. If you've ever had a job in your life, you fucking know how this works. This is crazy, dude. It's like, yeah, like what? It's fucking crazy. You're so dumb. Jesus fucking Christ. I have to turn on the AC, dude. My nipples are gonna start sweating. Jesus fucking shit. Holy. Why do you have the heat on? Yeesh. Alright, AC's on. Oh. Fuck, I am sweaty, Jesus Christ. It's really the American economy that's causing this. Is very unfortunate. Let's just pray that all the individuals laid off and affected are still able to find work. Yeah, this is, I mean, it's a problem, and we're gonna start getting there, but you know, normal companies expect a 10% growth every single year, relentlessly. And it's, you know, when you're your company's worth $10,000, you know, 10% growth, $1,000 extra dollars. That's obviously very minor. I mean, most companies are probably in the hundreds of thousands of dollar range, but you know, going from $100,000 to $110,000 of profit every year, not that bad. When you get to be $1 billion company, if Bungie is valued at $4.6 billion, that means the investors expect the next year for them to be valued over $5 billion. And the year after that, over $5.5 billion. And the year after that, over $6.1 billion. And it is unsustainable. You cannot have unsustained growth, or that sort of sustained growth, when A, the population of the world is not growing that fast, and B, there's always going to be a cap on how much product they can produce and the number of people that are interested, like the percentage of people that are interested in a product. It's just not possible. And it's something that I just don't know how people like buy into this, man. Yeah, Parsons did tweet, you know, classic CEO talk. I don't want to get too much into that. If you're reading the DMG's replies on X, he alludes to major mismanagement at the top. I mean, of course that's what it is, man. That's what it always is. It literally always is that. The layoffs. Like, this is what people like Elite don't understand. Is the direction a studio goes is never, or any company is never made by the workers. It's never made by the skilled workers of a company. It is always made by some white collar person with a psychology degree or some fucking business degree that doesn't do any of the work. You know, they're a manager and they make the decisions. and then they make a bad decision, or they misread something, or they think the economy's gonna blow up in the next year for whatever reason, CEO reasons, they lie to the investors, or they stretch the truth a little bit, but then when they're wrong or they do the wrong thing. I'm not saying this was Pete Parsons. I've literally no idea, man. I have no idea. It's probably Sony leadership. But if, the leadership at Sony, they make a decision, it's the wrong one, well, guess what? We'll just fire some of those fucking nerds down at the bottom. Who cares? Our pay doesn't change. It's just how it always works. I just don't understand. So if only far left activism does anything, thanks for letting me know who you really are. Dog, are you fucking stupid? Clearly, look at America. Far left activism doesn't do anything. No one can do anything. My point is that you can't do anything about it, man. This is literally people who are, you guys are doing the pancake waffle thing. Clearly, far left activism doesn't do anything because there are far left activists and this still happens. What? It's just how it works, and it's tragic. It fucking sucks. That's all I'm saying. People are fucking crazy, man. Project a little harder, please. You know what I mean? I mean, that's exactly what it is. Both sides are fighting each other. That's the whole point of this whole thing, is just to get the poor people to fight, and then no one's mad at the rich people anymore. That's how it is. I don't know. There are rumors that Sony regrets investing in live service games. Really? Where did you see that rumor? If you have an article or something on that, I'd be very interested in seeing that. Yo, Zinthos, thank you for the 5 months. I am curious if Bungie stays with Sony. Bungie's not going to be able to buy themselves out for $4.6 billion. You know what I mean? That ship has sailed. Yo, E, if you have an article or something, if you could DM me or just let me know who said it. I mean, it makes sense. At Bungie, what's another live service game other than Fortnite and Destiny that is successful? There isn't one. People thought Diablo was gonna fucking crush. Look how that turned out. Thank you, Abontis. Sony is doubting its multi-billion-dollar commitment on games as a service. Yep. Final Fantasy and WoW. Those are okay. Those are fair. I think Final Fantasy is nowhere near the size of Destiny, though. WoW's pretty big. It's been around for a long time. FFXIV, right? Apex isn't doing that badly. Apex is different because you don't have to pay for a season pass, right? So it's all microtransactions. So those are a little bit. It's got more of the mobile game thing. But I guess I did phrase it live service games, so that's fair. But I guess I'm more talking about a reoccurring subscription based live service game. Even though Destiny isn't subscription based, it's subscription based. You know what I mean? Player count. Oh, never mind. Final Fantasy's way bigger than I thought it was. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, never mind. Okay, I lied. Wait, is it XIV? What's the numbers for this? Yeah, XIV. So it looks like its play counts are... it averages about 20,000 concurrent. What's Destiny at? This is just Steam. Destiny 2 Steam charts. So Destiny's 2 to 3 times that, right? So I don't know what Final Fantasy, what their microtransactions look like or anything. It's mostly put on a different launcher. Oh, as a standalone launcher, that does change things. Okay, I don't know. Look, if someone can give me the numbers, we'll compare them. So I'll throw Final Fantasy on that list. But there are a couple of successful live service games, and most of them are ones that have been around for quite a few years. Destiny's been around for 8 years. Final Fantasy, I don't know how long it's been around. I know it launched and then it sucked and then they relaunched. I don't know when that happens. Warframe's probably doing pretty good. It's in an entirely different league, like smaller league, but it's doing pretty good. Pretty old game. Apex, fairly old game at this point, 4 or 5 years. Fortnite, pretty old game at this point, 4 or 5 years. But like all of these new games that people are trying to introduce, most of them fail. Live service games are very hard to get into, and they're an incredible investment. Final Fantasy is 13 years. Yeah, okay. World of Warcraft, fuck, I remember talking about that when I was in middle school, man. That shit's older than I am. You know what I mean? Like, but these new people who like live service games, they already play a live service game. And they're not very receptive to new live service games. And you can't just convince a casual player to be heavily invested in a live service game. That's pretty antithetical to the entire thing. WoW is 19 years. That is fucking crazy. World of Warcraft is literally almost as old as I am. That is insane, dude. World of Warcraft is probably older than most of you fuckers in chat. What is this border? What? People who put these fucking ads on these sites have zero idea of aesthetic niceness, man. Oh, man. It's interesting, the correlation to the horrible Lightfall expansion, how much blue hair and pronouns got involved with Bungie. You can't see it, movies are dead from the same people. Oh yes. The 2023, the year that woke movies, including Barbie and Oppenheimer, two movies that look at social injustices, famously failed. Yes, that's right. Okay. Good job on that one, buddy. You got it. You got me. You got me real good. Oh man. Sony's recent multi-billion-dollar investment in games as a service just became the talk of the town. The reason talks of Sony scaling back on its commitment to the supposedly dying genre. Oof. Those are strong words right there. It's going to be an interesting TWID this week. So, I mean, that's a really interesting question, isn't it? Because, like, 2 of the main TWID writers got fired. This has to be a Cosmo one. Or they don't put out a TWID and they put out a Joe Blackburn or more than likely a Pete Parsons note or something. So, how recent was this article? That's a good question. October 28th. Oh my God, 2 days ago? Bro, Ray has no idea. He's a fucking prophet. That's crazy. Would the TWID already be made? I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they usually make it on Monday and Tuesday. I believe. According to Reset Era user Head on the Block, Sony, that's a fucking name, Sony forced several first parties to work on an online game, but Sony is reversing course and said that it's using third party to catch up on some IPs. Oh. The anonymous user names Sega and Bandai Namco as 2 companies that are helping Sony out, with the former in particular working on IP that'll wipe the floor. However, they're careful to note that it's going to be at least 4 years until some of these changes are seen. Sega and Bandai Namco have a history of working with Sony, so that part of the leak makes sense, but until otherwise confirmed, we're betting that we'll only get hints, never an actual confirmation. It's best to take this with a grain of salt. Yeah, Bungie's acquisition has played a pivotal role in Sony's plans to expand in the live service genre, even if it hasn't had visible results yet. Early this year, Sony delayed the multiplayer spin-off of The Last of Us, which it eventually iced and canceled, as per the reports. Following this, many have questioned the sustainabilities of Sony's game-as-a-service approach, especially after a renowned studio like Naughty Dog couldn't deliver. The practice of pivoting traditionally single-player studios towards games-as-a-service has drawn plenty of flack. Such a transition is counterintuitive, often leading to companies failing, alienating, or laying off their staff. The very nature of games as a service requires a commitment far beyond that of a traditional single player or multiplayer model. These services demand extensive and ongoing support, possibly spanning years, in hopes of attaining the rare elusive hit. A single player game, or one with a single player mode, can be launched and then left to the care of a relatively smaller team compared to when it was still in development. In contrast, the games as a service game requires continuous nurturing, both in content and community management. Dude, this guy is like, this is crazy. There were some weeks where DMG talked about it, writing at least some of it on Wednesday or even that Thursday. Yeah. Fuck me. I don't even know. In the midst of this hullabaloo, it is crucial to remember that Sony Studios often praise the company for granting them creative freedom. This suggests that the drive for game as a service may not be entirely a top-down decision, but one born from a developer eager to tap into a game as a service market. Perhaps Sony granted them too much autonomy, or they bit off more than they can chew, or maybe it's a case of both, which ultimately led to missteps in the transition. While it's possible to interpret the recent rumors as Sony pulling away from games as a service following the imminent resignation of Jim Ryan, some believe the company is merely recalibrating its strategy. It's worth noting that Sony has invested heavily in this area, especially with its acquisition of Bungie. Their expertise in live services is invaluable, and Sony's substantial financial commitment suggests they are unlikely to abandon ship based solely on a single game's failure. If true, what's happening is more of a nuanced approach. Sony could be focusing on assigning specific studios like Bungie to spearhead high-quality live service games, while letting other studios traditionally rooted in single-player experiences continue in their domain or transition at a more organic pace, depending on their preference. The abrupt shift of single-player studios to games as a service could have been a miscalculation on Sony's part, one they are now rectifying. However, completely reversing their game as a service course seems implausible, especially with significant projects in development. Changing a game's fundamental design midway, especially transitioning between games as a service and single player, doesn't result in a favorable outcome. Thus, it may be more about streamlining and optimizing the games as a service workflow than outright abandonment. This approach could make sense after Sony invested billions in the genre again earlier this year, suggesting that it still firmly believes in its promise to release close to a dozen online games by 2026. I didn't know that, man. That's crazy. Besides, Sony can't afford the rest on its laurels. What? Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard King positions them as a dominant force in the live service arena with juggernauts like Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, and Candy Crush. That's right. Yeah, I wonder if a lot of this is actually kind of backlash from that. I mean, people like to say Microsoft and Sony are about the same size, but Sony could not have purchased Activision Blizzard for $400,000. Let's see what Sony's valuation is. I don't even see how many stocks they have. I see their stock price. So yeah, Sony's market cap's about 101 billion. What's Microsoft's stock? Microsoft stock. Okay. So Sony's is about 100 billion. Microsoft's is 2.5 trillion. So Microsoft is 25 times valued at 25 times the size of Sony. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They paid almost as much. Microsoft paid almost as much as Sony is worth. I think it was like $70 billion just for Activision Blizzard King. It's not the same. You know what I mean? Waiting for the part where you defend Bungie like your life depends on it. Dog, you should probably research a little bit before you say that. Just saying. It's kind of crazy. I think the very important thing that people always miss this. It's because most people like this have no nuance or critical thought. But it's always when I praise Bungie, it's never the company. I am very anti-corporation. Like I don't know how I can make that more clear. I tweet about it all the time. I talk about it on stream all the time. I really don't know how I could, unless I got it tattooed on my forehead, I really don't know how I could make that more clear. When I praise Bungie, I'm praising my friends or people that I respect a lot in their own industry, coming into their own and delivering something that I find creatively exciting. I love to see individuals succeed, especially in a corporate standpoint, because it's very hard to do. And I think that people don't get enough praise for their work. And that has literally nothing to do with Bungie. Bungie is nothing. Bungie is the employees. Or I guess I should say the employees make up Bungie, and that is what deserves our praise. So people who act like I'm praising some nameless corporate or faceless corporate entity, you're just an idiot. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you have no idea how to comprehend words and think critically. I don't know of anyone who could genuinely defend a faceless company. Like, you're either a troll or you're dumb. That's it. Do you think the CEO shareholders will give up some of the capital they got from the $3.6 billion to keep Destiny going? What the fuck do you think? What? Absolutely not. There is no situation where that happens. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just crazy. I don't know. I defend Amazon and Jeff Bezos with my life. Yeah, fair enough. Well, rumors suggest Sony is reassessing its game as a service strategy. A complete reversal seems unlikely. It's more. I already read that. As for, dude, the ads on this site are awful. As for where Bandai Namco and Sega fall into this, we'll have to wait and see, but we're pretty sure some are already thinking that this is a sign that Bloodborne 2 is finally coming to PlayStation 5. In the meantime, Sony can afford to celebrate, if only temporarily. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is the fastest selling PlayStation exclusive in history, and PlayStation 5 is on track to post a record year. Yeah, I bet that the closing of the Microsoft deal really put a wrench in their plans. Those are targeted ads? Yeah, dude, you know me, always wearing tight fucking leather pants. Man. I wonder if Bungie will extend this season by a couple weeks so the next season isn't so long. That is always a possibility, man. The executives should do an undercover boss to learn what their employees go through. It has nothing to do with that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. You cannot when you make millions of dollars a year, you can work a blue collar job for 10 days. You will never understand what it is like to be someone at the bottom like that. Because while you might be doing a more difficult job down there, you go home and you live in luxury. You know what I mean? There's so much more to being an individual worker and not a leader of a company than just what you do at that company for 8 hours, 10 hours a day. There's so much more. It's your entire life is structured differently. Yo, Scare, I'm not gonna lie, I feel unmotivated to play Destiny 2 at the moment. I'm only getting on for Bright Dust and that's it. Yeah, I was already feeling kind of, not burned out, but out of things to do, and now I'm definitely not feeling great. The shareholder and executives are so incredibly lucky that they're not publicly facing, because I can only imagine what people in the community would do to them if we based the people. And then, well, I mean, it's just like, even if they were, dude. Wait, cyberbully a billionaire, what happens? They turn into Elon Musk, you know what I mean? It doesn't affect them at all. That's just regular seasonal burnout? Yeah, I know it is. I'm saying I have already reached that point, and this is like, you know what I mean? This just hits differently because of that. Play League of Legends, brother. That never gets boring. Dude, so I had a friend in high school who was he would bounce between League of Legends and Smite, and he convinced me to try him a couple of times. I never liked him. It's not the shareholders' fault. I hope to fucking God, I hope to God that is a joke. It's not the shareholders' fault. Who the fuck dick rides a shareholder? That's crazy. That's insane, dude. When everyone in my company got laid off, our C-level execs and founders each got 40 million. We all lost our jobs and got 2 weeks of severance, yeah. I have a friend. I own shares in both companies. Yeah, what do you own, like $500 of shares in both companies? Dog, you're not a fucking shareholder. You don't have a seat at the table. You know what I mean? Like, come on, you cannot be that naive. Like, oh yes, the stocks went up $2. I made $5 today. Like, come on, you know what I mean? Bro thinks he's on the team. Ah, fucking hell. I have a friend who really likes to say, the only question we ever ask is what value do we add for the shareholders, not what value did the shareholders add for us. And that's just like, it's so real, you know what I mean? Man traded Dogecoin one time, and he's like, lay him off! Like, what the fuck? I just don't understand, man. We have this, like, really... I think it's really toxic in America, and, you know, people like to talk about, like, the American dream, but I think, like, the ideology that at any point any of us could become a billionaire, you know, and then we're above all the peasants. I think it's a really toxic, like, a cancerous mentality. And it leads to like a really huge loss of empathy because you're just waiting that one day that stock goes up 10% and you hit it big. You know what I mean? When in reality, like none of us are, you know, we'll be between lower class or upper middle class, somewhere in there, but that's just not how it works. But you have people who believe it's how it works, so they root for the billionaires. Yes, let's go, John Bungie. You know what I mean? It's like, that'll never be you, bruv. And you got, it won't be you, dog. Make your $100 on a Sony acquisition, you know? Me, when I opened my Robinhood app to see my 0.1% of a share in insert Fortune 500 company went up by $1, and I made 1/400th of a penny. This one is doing numbers. I don't know. Joking aside, I'm generally not sure what's gonna happen with Destiny. I mean, Destiny will be fine. Like, let's be real. Destiny's been through a lot of very hard times. It's not going anywhere. There will be delay. Player count will probably drop. We'll all be like, oh, Destiny's dying, blah, blah, blah. Bungie needs to fix this. Bungie needs to fix this. The cycle repeats, right? But the reality is Bungie has made a very successful game model. There are still very passionate people working at the company, and you know, it is absolutely tragic that anyone lost their job today, and just genuinely amazing people. But there are still genuinely amazing people that work there, and for their sakes, we don't want the game to fail, right? Like, we want all of them to have a livelihood and a way to build their resume and creatively express themselves and give us something to consume and enjoy. So Destiny's not going anywhere. I think there's always like the alternate reality where they did all the right moves, you know what I mean? And Destiny's the biggest thing ever. It's clearly not the reality we live in, but the reality is Destiny will go for a long time. So, yo, serial killer, what's up, man? So, I don't think any devs were fired. People on the art team were fired. People on the engineering team were fired. Devs were definitely fired. I really, I mean, a lot of QA people got fired too. I really
don't like I know you don't mean anything malicious by it, but kind of how we draw lines in the sand and we're like, oh, you're not a game developer because you know, blah blah blah, but you are. They're all important, right? Like Liana might not have like coded anything for the game, but she's a crucial part of receiving community feedback in integrating that into the development cycle. So while in a technical sense she might not be a developer, she's part of the development of Destiny. That's how it works at a structured company. You need everyone to work on this product. And I mean, once again, I know you didn't mean anything malicious by it, Synthos. I'm not calling you out. But I think it's one of these mentalities that like is kind of, it can be kind of dangerous. I guess you can finish up your fishing triumphs if you're, yeah, I mean, fucking hell, dude. I'm close. Close. But you can't do a live service without a community manager team? Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't know what fucking happens, man. It's gonna be at least we have a season to prepare. You know what I mean? But I think, like, look, if I was Bungie, which I'm not, A, I wouldn't have laid anyone off. But B, I would scramble to try to rework episode 1. Because they've if from what we know of the Destiny development cycle, episode 1 Echoes is already in development. And so there has to be a way to restructure it in some way to make it, you know, more, because we already know it's anthological, that it doesn't build off of anything. There might just be some voice lines or whatever that are like post final shape. And so like, how do they quickly rework that and restructure that so they can still release the episode without spoiling anything that happens in the final shape? There's got to be some way for them to do that. I don't know how they, you know, I don't know how they do that. I don't know how they justify, oh, we end next season and then there's a fucking 6-month gap before we go through the portal. I don't know how any of that works, but I think that sort of thing in maintaining constant income through an episode and microtransactions and stuff with content that is already in development is probably better from a business perspective than just having 4 months of nothing. Well, then post-final shape won't have a season? Well, okay, well, seasons don't exist, but it's already being delayed 3 months, which is already when episode 2 would come out. Right? And we know expansion teams and seasonal teams were different. I imagine expansion teams and seasonal teams were different. I imagine expansion teams and episode teams are different. So they could just keep the episode team. Seasonal teams usually were AB, and the leapfrog. We don't know this for sure. I assume it's very similar for episodes. And so they could just keep the same episodic cadence for now. And just push back the expansion. Oh yeah, I'm really hoping something similar to 30th happens with the other raids also reissued. I don't see that happening, man. If they would have known this was coming, then they could have planned for it. But every indication from people working on the game tells me that they had no idea this was coming. There hasn't been any leaks about the delay. So that means many people probably didn't know. Everyone was surprised by the layoffs. And we know the average development cycle for a Destiny thing is around 6 months, 4 to 6 months. And, you know, they don't have that time. They don't have that time to develop it. So the only way I could see that happening, like any content happening and filling that gap, is, in my opinion, if they restructure episode 1. I don't know how they do it. I don't know if they do it. I don't know if that's realistic. I'm a fucking chemist. I have no idea what that looks like. I have no idea. But if, you know, if cuts were made to because of some revenue reason, then I don't think you lay off a significant portion of your, some percentage of your workforce and then don't release a viable product for extra months. You know what I mean? That just from a business perspective, once again, not a business major, doesn't make any sense to me. They have to have some way to bring in revenue or else it's just going to spiral. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, they said the episode story was aftermath of the final shape. I see no way they rework the story, record new voice lines and cutscenes. Well, so I'm sure there was some reference, but they have it's just the story, the Destiny universe after final shape, but they have literally said they are completely anthological. You can play the episodes in any order, which means there's not really that significant in-universe repercussions. So I am personally not convinced it's gonna be that involved. Bungie knew about the Witch Queen delay at least 7 or 8 months in advance, so they had time to make 30th. I don't see them making something like that in 3 or 4 months. I agree. Not only making it, but, storyboarding it or whatever, concepting it, all of this stuff, designing it, coding it, getting it in the game, and then getting it through certifications in 3 or 4 months. I'm not a game developer, but that sounds ridiculous. I wonder when they'll officially announce the delay. Yeah, that is an excellent question. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think I am not convinced. I have not heard anything that makes me think that the episodes are necessarily that intertwined with the final shape story. The one line Joe Blackburn literally said when he was answering, he's like, they're anthological, you can play them in any order, we want them more as standalone stories. So that's what I'm operating off of. I do remember he was like dealing with like the fallout of the final shape or whatever, but that seems like a very minimal thing. What is left after we destroy the witness. That doesn't seem necessarily that hard to work around. Like, instead of like, oh, we beat the witness, just be like, oh, we haven't faced the witness. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Or there's just going to be a 4-month gap in content. But once again, from a business perspective, that doesn't make much sense to me. So, Sam Lake cameo in Destiny 2. Fuck me, I'm a full-time Alan Wake content creator now. What if no TWAB? We'll get something. Or maybe we won't. But after I honestly don't know. I have no idea, man. I have no idea. Maybe they'll bring back some post-BL stuff for a while as engine work is required to bring them in. I mean, what has been sunset post-BL that isn't... I mean, is there anything of substance? It's all just seasonal shit, right? But nothing of, like, actual substance. No, Cosmo's there. Cosmo hasn't been in a very public position for a while, though. How many people do you suppose ask for a refund? Oh, I have no fucking idea. I'm not even... I'm guarantee like 90% of the people you say ask that, or you see say that on Twitter, they didn't have it pre-ordered anyways. Or they're just baiting. I couldn't help but notice a significant number of blue checkmark accounts clout baiting today. Kind of wild. There are still people on the social team, so for this to be one of the only times we don't get a TWAB besides some... Wait. There are still people on the social team. Yeah. It's just like, they really let go of like 3 of the most public, forward-facing people on the social team. You know what I mean? Even if you don't know their face, you know their work. Like Griffin, well, once again, was behind like the Destiny 2 Twitter account. So you probably might not know him, but you definitely like feel the effects of his job. But I mean, the two most outward facing people that unless I'm forgetting someone, I'm so sorry if I am, left would be Bruno and Cosmo and Joe Blackburn, like unironically. You know what I mean? Because he's been doing these live streams and Twitter shit, and Dado game shows. But it's like, you know, it's just not gonna be the same. Yeah, dude, I was on the Destiny show like, I was like one of the first ones so long ago. So. Yeah, DMG's been gone quite a few months at this point. He got someone like doxed him. The only thing recently I've seen from Cosmo is a rare post from his Reddit account. He probably still does some stuff for a D2 Teams account. Yeah, and he goes around to like, he was at GCX. I talked with him for a long time, but he's I get the impression that he's like the lead of the team. You know, like when you have like a manager, they stop doing a lot of they start managing people, not the community. You know what I mean? It's pretty much like that in every management role I'm aware of. And I got the vibe he was just a manager for the community managers, which is not a bad thing. You know what I mean? I love seeing him succeed in his role. But that, you know, took a step back. That's why they hired all the forward-facing people. Leon just referred to him as boss. Yeah, I mean, DMG did that, used to do that too. So, but, you know, maybe he has to step forward and do that again. I have no idea how that even works. Is it known the number of employees that lost jobs today, or is it still unknown? I'm not sure if we're gonna find out. I don't know how we would find out. I don't know what, you know, how you get an exact number unless like a higher up leaks it accidentally or something. So I don't know, man. This has really got me Sony's fiscal report is soon from, yeah, it could be in there. Do you like sandwiches? I fucking love sandwiches. How do you feel about the 4-month delay? Yeah, I mean, I feel, you know, obviously, number one, I feel bad for, and I just want to keep reiterating this. Number one, like the most tragic thing by far today is everyone who lost their livelihood. Nothing comes close to that. But from a gaming perspective, of course, that is really unfortunate. But, you know, I hope everyone lands on their feet as much as you can. Yeah, companies try not to screw over hardworking people challenge for profit challenge impossible. Yeah, dude. I just don't know, man. I'm feeling kind of bad. I just feel bad. Just sad for everyone. And like, it's kind of gross. There's still genuinely like really amazing talented people who work on Destiny, you know, but I feel like it, once again, like I said this when I started off the stream, like Bungie has always presented themselves as and has always had the kind of the allure of being, I mean, they're still a corporation, like don't get me wrong, but they were just a little better, you know, to their employees. I don't even fucking know what what do I do? What do you do? You don't, man. You know what I mean? But I mean that entire vibe's just gone, you know. I hope they give him a nice paid package. I mean, severance is required by law, so they'll get something. But I mean, you know, what's 2 weeks severance or a month severance versus a steady financial income? Yeah, oh yeah, it kind of did. That's what I mean. That's been my theory the entire time. Because Matter was supposed to come out in 2025, so I would be shocked if Matter comes out before 2026 now. Yeah, exactly, dubious. Just got your quick summary, please. A lot of people at Bungie got laid off, at least a few dozen. And Final Shape has not been confirmed yet, but is reportedly delayed until June of next year. Whoa, what the? Until June of next year. Matter might not come out at all. I'm not ready to make any claims like that. Over under on the active players mid-April. That's a hard question. I don't know. Some. Definitely some players, that is for sure. I don't know. Depends what they're able to, what type of content they're able to get together, if any. Wait, can you well skate? Surely someone would have done this before, right? I'm gonna try to get in there. I'm gonna have to wait for my super. Not to be a Bungie suck up, but is it really their fault? Is it more the fault of Sony PlayStation? Is there a point in differentiating? You know what I mean? And like, when you say Sony, or like when is it Bungie's fault? Like, Bungie is an entity. You know what I mean? Like it is not a thing. It is not like a physical, it is an abstract entity, I guess I should say. Like, Bungie doesn't make decisions. So, oh, turn back zone. There's been so many layoffs in the gaming industry this year. It sucks to see people who are the reason the companies make money being the ones who have to suffer. Exactly. The skilled workers. Exactly, man. Especially in a year of so many amazing games. I mean, it always sucks, but... I'm not... See, Cameron, that's the sort of stuff I don't like to speculate at all on. I have no idea how any of that works. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to know how Bungie's workforce operates. The Chinese company investment, as far as we know, was more of a general investment. I don't think there's any confirmation tying that directly to Matter. At least that I'm aware of. Man. I thought they were making a mobile game for that investor. I could be wrong. Yeah, I mean, Tencent just usually works on mobile games, so I think that was like the theory, but I do not believe that has ever been confirmed. Seems like they leaked the Final Shape delay to take off the heat off from the layoffs. I don't really, that logic does not track. Usually you announce a good thing to distract from the bad thing. You don't announce a bad thing to distract from a bad thing. You ever play Genshin or Honkai? No, I have not. On a lighter side, how are you liking your job, Scare? Things going well? Yeah, you know, I am now a corporate shill, but I'm good at what I do, you know, and it is what it is. And at least my company, I mean, they're still a gigantic corporation, but they treat me very, very well, and you know, I am rewarded with, for my stuff. So good. You mean they laid off people that track from the delay? That's horrible either way. I don't think that logic tracks. Like, no matter which way that goes, I don't think either of those can be true, unless they have like literally the worst public relations team on the face of the planet. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you're mad about me murdering that guy? Don't worry, because I stole candy from that baby. So don't worry about that. You know what I mean? Like, that's not how distractions work. It's a good thing for a bad thing. It's like, oh, don't worry about me murdering that guy because I just made a multi-million-dollar donation to like FEMA. You know, that's like a thing that happens. Well, and maybe not directly murdering someone, but you know, inadvertently causing pain and suffering offset by relatively small charitable donations. You know, that's how PR works. I feel sorry for people that let go. Depending on the contract, they may walk away with very little depending on how long they work there. Yeah, I know Bungie does hire a large contractor force for like QAs and stuff. So, fuck, man. Maybe they wouldn't need to delay if they do the layoffs. Well, what's fucking crazy is if Jason Schreier's report is to be believed, which Jason Schreier is one of who I consider to be one of the most reliable people in the entire industry. It was hinted that this may have been done for tax reasons, not the layoffs, the delay for tax reasons to put the final shape into the next fiscal year. Anyone else heard about? Yeah, Johnson. That's fucking tragic as well, man. I've been going to war on Twitter about that too. I think it is well beyond time. Professional hockey leagues mandate required net guards. No one should be risking their lives for a sport, and no one wants to see someone die on national television either. And it's not like, you know, when your jugular gets, so for anyone who doesn't know, it was a minor league player, but he used to play in the NHL. A player fell, nicked him in the jugular, the carotid artery, and he didn't die on the ice, but he died very shortly after. Doesn't really have, like, there's been a couple neck cuts in the NHL, but no one's died as far as I'm aware. Tragic stuff, and they make equipment. All minors have to wear them. I had to wear them when I played hockey. I played hockey for 9 years. I wore a neck guard the entire time. Thin piece of like Kevlar or something, just some polyamide, almost certainly, that you wear on your neck. Super lightweight, doesn't restrict any movement. It's just a fucking thing you put right there. Stops that from happening. And people are like, you're ruining hockey by requiring neck guards. It's like, you guys are fucking idiots. Why don't you go complain about the ads or something? Yeah, I mean, sorry, that's kind of fair. Time for Menagerie to come back, and they have to rework it, man. This is the thing, like, it's not, they can't just take something out of the DCV because they need people to revamp it, which requires dev time. Does it cover the back? Yeah, well, your helmet comes down further in the back, but the neck guard, yeah, it goes around. It's like, look, I'll pull it up. It's literally like, you can think about it like a fabric bracelet, but it goes around your neck. They're like $3. Oh, they are. So they make nice ones too. I forgot about this. They make like really nice ones too that are attached because you already wear like a chest plate. So they make really nice ones. But look, they fucking sell this. Every peewee on Earth. Oh, is this gonna show it? Sorry, I want to make sure this doesn't show. Yeah, it's all fucking Eric Johnson. Okay. There are some pictures. That's fucked. But look, it's literally like a little. And this is cheap. Professional hockey players, dog, they could get paper thin ones. Just a little band that goes around your neck. And so it would still fucking suck if you got hit with a skate, because like that's a lot of force on a really small area. But you know, a bruised jugular is a lot better than a fucking non-existent jugular. You know what I mean? $17. And they're fine. Like I said, I played with one for 9 years. It's really not a big deal at all. People are acting like it destroys the sport. Like, fucking, you guys are idiots. I'm curious to the breakdown of the job tasks involved in the layoffs. Yeah, so I did see a lot of the lawyers. A couple of the lawyers are. Community managing team. I did see some quality QA people. And I saw some engineers. So But yeah, like when someone's neck gets cut, man, it's not like a little thing. It's like they're gushing fucking red blood all over white ice. This can happen on national television. Like, I just don't understand. I genuinely don't understand why anyone would be resistant to that. Just like the head braces ruin NASCAR. Yeah, the Halo cages. Same thing. Same thing. Where's another thing about helmets ruining the game when the players used to not wear helmets. Yeah, and then they developed curved sticks. Yeah, I was getting this argument on Twitter too, because people are like, oh, people are so soy. People used to not wear helmets. And it's like, yeah, people used to have flat wood sticks. You could shoot a maximum of 10 miles per hour and the puck would be on the ice. People have carbon fiber sticks with crazy ass angles. They can shoot 100+ miles per hour. It's like, as technology evolves, the risks and consequences associated with that technology also evolves, and you have to adapt your safety rules to deal with that, because no one should ever have to die for their job. And that's just it. No. So there have been 2 neck cuts in the NHL that I'm aware of. Malarchuk, who is the Sabres goalie, and there's another guy that actually happened in Buffalo. Both have happened in Buffalo. I forget the guy's name. I think he was a Panthers player, I think, or something. Both survived. Quick thinking medics, but I mean, there's only so much you can do. Apparently the layoffs were across the board with art, publishing, marketing as well. It seems... not art, so not with art, but a lot of these seem to be departments where Sony's probably like, oh, we have people that can do that here. Marketing, you know, what I mean? Like, Sony, I can definitely see Sony being like, oh, we have a marketing team. Or community management, oh, I can see Sony being like, oh, we have community managers. You know what I mean? I don't agree with that mentality. But it is that is something I can very easily see a company like Sony making. I get some mixed feelings about more safety. Does the peculiar extra precaution allow players to take more risks? Does it make it worse? I suppose it's okay if it's safer risks. I mean, it's not. If you wear a neck guard, like what are the players aren't going to start throwing around blades? You know what I mean? Like stuff with helmets and stuff. Maybe you're not as careful shooting a puck into a lane, but no one's flinging around their skates. Should I start watching NHL? Which team should I choose? Yeah, hockey's the best sport. It's the fastest sport. It's awesome. And the Buffalo Sabres are my favorite team, personally. They're not the best, but they're great. Yeah, he's fucking exactly, Wabi. Like I said, the force of it, like a neck guard, if you just have a piece of fabric, it stops you from getting cut. It does not stop the force of the skate. I don't care what part of the body you run into. You don't want anything flying at you at 30, 40 miles an hour, let alone, you know, something that concentrated. So. Hockey's horrible? Dog, you're fucking horrible. What the hell type of fucking take is that? Let me guess, you like NASCAR? Like what? Their argument is people used to do X, Y. Oh yeah, it's just a bad argument. I agree. Buffalo, you're glutton for punishment. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you fucking do like NASCAR. I called that shit a mile away. Brother, I was raised in the South. I've lived in the South my whole life. I can see a bad redneck take when from a mile away, brother. Yee! Nah, fucking NASCAR. I hate NASCAR. So, I don't know, man. But, as a high school senior who's interested in chemistry and has done stuff for it over the summer, would it be more productive to major in chemical engineering or pure chemistry for getting a job? Depends how much work you want to do. If you just want to get a bachelor's degree, chemical engineers make anywhere from 70, well, you know, on average. There's obviously low and hires, but anywhere from 70, 80K pretty comfortably with a bachelor's in chemical engineering. Everyone always needs a chemical engineer. Pretty easy to get a job. If you're not really happy with that pay, and the schooling is harder too for a bachelor's for a chemical engineering. If you want more than that, I wanted more than that personally. If you want a little bit higher job security, I would recommend going for a full PhD
in either chemistry or chemical engineering, whatever you want, or any sort of textile engineering or anything. It's more school, so I got my bachelor's in chemistry, and then I had to do 4.5 years to get my PhD, but I make $112,000, which is a lot more than I ever could have made with a bachelor's. Just starting out, too. I just got hired in May. So it's like, it completely depends on how much you are looking to get out of life. And I live in the South, so that's going to scale based off of where you live. So it's how much, you know, how much of your life you want to waste on education, and what standard of living you think that you need. And, you know, if you have a significant other that also has an income or anything like that, that factors into it. But I don't think you can go wrong either way. You can live a very, very good life with a very stable job with either of those. But yeah, Sai, exactly.
Will you listen? Or will you be like your
No shot. So, basketball's the best sport hands down. I do enjoy playing basketball, but watching basketball is a resident sleeper, dog. How was it going to school for your PhD? I'm majoring in bio and chem. I can't imagine doing more years of schooling. It was very tough. I mean, I've streamed the whole time. You can see the progression of my hair get longer and my face get more stressed out. Hardest thing I've ever done. But worth it. I'd do it again. I mean, overworked, underpaid, super stressed. Oh, and constant imposter syndrome, just thinking you're not good enough. But, yeah, man. Just checking Twitter, see if anything else has come out about this. I think we'll probably... Here's a take. Bungie fired their community teams so they can just get AI to write the tweets. God damn. That is definitely one of the takes I have ever seen. For real, go watch Whisper, the Worm era. Scarrow is so young and full of life. That was the summer before, so that was in May. I started my PhD that August. So that's like, if you go watch that stream and then now, that's a great comparison. Crazy to think you have imposter syndrome. You're awesome. When you're surrounded by PhD like professors who constantly tell you that your work's not good enough, it's pretty hard to be confident in yourself. You know what I mean? Could I major in Chem E bachelor's but still do a PhD later for better pay opportunities? Oh yeah. Easily. Very easily. When's the fishing stream starting? No, I don't want to stream macros. What? I didn't say that. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't want to sound like a cynic, but I doubt the higher ups are feeling any strain that caused the layoffs. Yeah, exactly. That's the whole problem. I think I made a career out of imposter syndrome. That's the way to do it, dude. Mad respect to that. Aren't you playing Alan Wake? Yeah, I do want to play Alan Wake. Because I know that the second I switch over there, everyone leaves. I have no delusions. What were you researching for your PhD? My main project, I designed and synthesized amphiphilic copolymers that were able to extract membrane proteins in their native conformation from, you know, different... I mainly worked in cyanobacterial membranes, but... Or we had... I mainly had collaborators that worked with cyanobacterial membranes, but my polymers have been tested in very, very, very many systems at this point. Very exciting. Alan Wake 2 is very fun. It is so good. It is so good. Heard of Witchfire. It's a rogue-light FPS inspired by Destiny gameplay. No, what? Witchfire.
Oh, looks good. I've never heard of this thing. Wait, what trials weapon should I worry the most about getting right now? Exalted is my favorite, but Immortal's kind of cracked as well. So one of those. Did you ever find that there's a nudity filter toggle in the options? What? There is? That's crazy. I didn't know that. My biggest fear of getting a PhD is that it will go to waste. That is the exact reason I got my PhD in polymer chemistry, because 50% of all of all chemistry jobs are in materials science fields. Are you also concerned about the state of Destiny post-final shape? I mean, look, my main concern right now is with the people at Bungie. You know what I mean? Or the people no longer at Bungie. I can have the selfish concerns about the game I play later, but like, I don't know. I think it's far too early to tell what the repercussions of it. Like, we still don't even know how many people got laid off. You know what I mean? Or if Sony is walking away or dialing back service games as a service mentality, does that affect Destiny at all? Like, I know Bungie has creative control, but there has to be a point where Sony's allowed to put their foot down. So I don't know. But as of right now, I you know, I'm mainly worried about the people that got fired and the people that are now, you know, remaining there, that their jobs are about to get a lot harder because they have fewer coworkers. You can play Baldur's Gate 3? Probably not. Imagine nudity toggle in Destiny 2. That's pretty fucking good. So, doesn't Bungie have the option to leave Sony? I mean, if they buy themselves out, you know, Sony's not going to let them go for $4.6 billion. So if Bungie buys themselves out for $5 or whatever, sure. You know, there's always a number, but you can't just like leave. If I sell my soul to fucking, you know, Kroger, I'm like, actually, I'm just gonna leave with my soul now. I'll get fucking capped. Yeah, I mean, they can't just walk away, you know what I mean? So. You say the name of your company? No. I do not plan on saying the name of my company. Oh, Kroger? No, Kroger's a fucking store. I do not work for Kroger. People on the West Coast might know it as Ralph's. It's a fucking store. I'm not a polymer chemist for a. Bruno was let go too? Bruno's last tweet an hour ago says he's safe. When did Kroger buy Ralph's? I don't know. They're the same store though. I walked in, when I went to LA for the Destiny 2 reveal, there was a Ralph's right behind my hotel, and I walked into it and I was like, what the fuck? It looks exactly like a Kroger. And then I Googled it, and they're sure enough they're owned by the same people. Scaro grows your food in labs? I don't, but I think people are way too apprehensive about lab-grown meat. That shit could revolutionize the world. I'll eat that shit right now. If it wasn't so fucking expensive. How long is it delayed? Until June. Supposedly. That has yet to be confirmed by Bungie. We had a Ralph's in my neighborhood growing up. That was like 25 years ago, and we've always had a Kroger too. Oh, interesting.
Main problem irritating me is the fact that people can't have basic empathy and don't care about the layoffs. I mean, look, dude, 90% of Twitter is just fucking 12-year-old edgelords, right? Like, that's not actually representative of the human race. I mean, and it's only gotten worse over the last, coincidentally, year. You know what don't look into that. Why would Twitter have gotten worse over the last year? Why would it have become a breeding ground for a bunch of minors on a social media platform that are just using racial slurs and saying the edgiest things possible? Don't look into that, okay? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But the amount of stuff I see marketed as non-GMO rolls my eyes. It's crazy. It's, as a polymer chemist, I see that a lot too. Like with you'll get like a thing, like you'll get a plastic and it'll be like BPA free and it's like clearly not a polycarbonate. You know what I mean? This is polypropylene, right? Yeah, it is. Like, it's a polyolefin. Of course there's no BPA in it. It's, oh, Jesus Christ. But it's like, most people don't know that. But it's just one of those things where it's just like, what the fuck? How much does it piss you off when people on the internet say it's bad because it has chemicals? The worst is the Dr. Squatch commercials. Your soaps are known as synthetic detergent. Jesus fucking Christ. I really wanted to, a while ago I had this idea, and I still think it'd be a lot of fun. Make like a really angry chemist channel where I just critique bad science and like take advertisements or marketing or whatever and just fucking destroy it. But in like a really angry way. I think that would be awesome. Is Beyond made in the lab? I mean, it's like pea, like snow pea protein extract. So like, it's probably done by like a bunch of machines. Like it's not done in a lab like you're thinking. It's made in a lab the same way hot dogs are made in a lab. Damn, people really like that idea. Fuck, maybe I'll do that at some point. Really just pisses me off. I see that shit all the time. Oh, so I've done a lot of that on Twitter. Like, if you guys remember the Palestine vinyl chloride train explosion, everyone was like, oh, a train full of PVC exploded. It's like, PVC, polyvinyl chloride, is not vinyl chloride. They are not the same thing. They do not have the same reactive properties. Oh god. So I did like a whole Twitter thread that actually did really well. So I would call that factory. Yeah, no, you're right. A while ago, there was an ad for a lotion on German TV that claimed it was especially good because of its new micelle technology. Wait until people find out about detergent's critical micellular aggregation concentration, dude. It's crazy. It's like detergent companies just now finding out about CMCs. By PVC, do you mean white plastic? Yeah, so PVC is so vinyl chloride is an olefin. It's a carbon-carbon chlorine, but carbon-carbon double bond to a chlorine. And it's vinyl chloride, very reactive. If you look at the SDS, the safety data sheet for vinyl chloride, which is a liquid, but also very low vapor pressure STP, so you can breathe it, very volatile. Like, if you look at the SDS, like, the first thing is like, warning, causes spontaneous abortions. Like, I've never seen that on an SDS until then. Fucking wild. Polyvinyl chloride is what happens when you catalyze vinyl chloride. Polymers, typically pretty inert. They're flammable, release chlorine gas when, or ACl gas when burned, but, very different properties. PVC, yeah, pipes are made out of PVC, rubber ducts are made out of PVC, like vacuum tubing. Like, if you ever seen like rubber hose, usually plasticized PVC. You can look at that shit all day. I don't really recommend it, but you can. You know, it definitely does not cause spontaneous abortions. Very different substances. Fucking wild. Yeah, because I looked up the safety data sheet when that train thing happened, and yeah, it was like the Sigma one just like causes spontaneous abortions. It's like, what the fuck? I've been a chemist for 10 years. I've never seen that shit. I heard you do this before, but can you say RNR? It sounds like an Australian. RNR? The fuck is RNR? I'm so confused. You now identify as a PVC rubber duck. That's what always really pissed me off, actually, because so rubber is typically reserved for polymers of isoprene, so things that come out of a rubber tree. For instance, it's a natural polymer. But rubber and things that usually synthetic polymers we call plastics. So because rubber ducks are not made out of natural isoprene, they're made out of usually PVC, technically they should be called plastic ducks. But people don't call them that. R&R equals Australian, oh no. Oh, gotcha, okay. Oh, R&R. Oh, I gotcha. Nerd, bruh.
Come, Slayer of Oryx.
Miasma.
Words for you.
Colon 3. That sounds like one of those names that you would say, and it makes you say something bad. I'm completely missing this. My ass. My colon. What does that mean? Am I missing something here? It could be like colon and then the number 3, but miasma is not a letter. Can anyone figure this shit out? He's on Steam. Has he got local chat off? Can I join his fire team? I'm gonna invite him. I'm gonna invite him. Join my fire team. Oh yeah. I think that is. Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's it. I think you're right. I think I was reading too deep into it.
I will teach you what I know. Executions are so much more fun. Martyr thinks they have
I thought for sure that was one of those things.
the house of God,
He just said, yeah, Wabi was right.
but it is a sign of their
Oh.
evolution. Of a future
There you go.
yet to come.
There you go. What the fuck does that even mean? I don't even know what that means.
The fuck is happening? Okay, well, yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. My life is a lie. Alrighty, well, we can still keep talking about Bungie. But I want to play Alan Wake for a little bit, so here I'm gonna. I don't know if Epic pops up my email or not. So we're gonna play Alan Wake. Please, we can keep talking about Bungie and stuff, but I'm highly unmotivated to play Destiny right now. So I'm just not. Just doesn't feel great. You know what I mean? That's how it works. Okay. This game's very good. If you haven't seen it or tried it, I highly recommend it. It is a piece of art. Yeah, fair enough, Hugo. Okay. Oh, that's awesome, big nerd. There you go. I'm happy. I'm happy for you. That stuff worked out.
The tunnel was open now. I could get through.
Wait, what the fuck?
I couldn't hear the dark presence.
I finished this.
Gone.
I gotta run. I don't want to finish this game. It's so good. Yes. It is genuinely so good, guys. I gotta keep running. There are two characters, so there's essentially two campaigns that you play simultaneously. And they both have their own, like, unique mechanics and stuff. It's like, it is so in-depth. It is so good. This is chapter 3, I think. I finished this. I don't know why I didn't save. Family's doing great. How's your family doing?
I remembered now. Was always out there.
It is genuinely some of the best looking NPC stuff I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, stuff looks genuinely so good. I've never played Alan Wake 1 or Kontrol, but I read a little synopsis and it worked really well. Oh, wait, okay. There's a naked guy here, but someone said there's a nudity filter? Where? Topic will be changed in the main menu. Are you fucking serious? Okay, we're not gonna look at this guy's. This guy. His balls are out for Harambe, so we're not gonna look at that.
I had found the murder site.
We're not gonna look at balls out for Harambe, okay? Oh, wait, just in case. Oh God! Nope, no, you saw nothing! Fuck me. Okay, next save point. We're going to the main fucking menu.
Who are you?
Can I skip this? We're fine. We're good. We're fine.
Some say that it lives forever, this road that I lose you on every time.
Okay. Oh! Look for Alice. This is where I saved last time and it didn't save. Okay, yes, we're gonna go out here. We're good. That happened one time when we were playing Outlast. And I like turned a corner and there's just like 3 naked dudes. And I was streaming and I was like,
Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it.
Like, look at the storytelling, by the way.
A meaning. The violent emotion of the
So if you guys don't know the story, this guy, Alan Wake, he has like a power
eyes of the victim staring at
for, without getting into it, where he writes things and then it like comes true.
something that's soaked into the
So this is like the story he wrote and he's able to see it and experience it.
meaningless
It's really fucking confusing.
regression to something you had managed to forget. Marking you. Taking you for a ride. Making you crazier.
See, like, look at the, and you can just see like projections and stuff. That's a very simplified version of what's going on. And it's only like half correct, but close enough. Initiation 3? I don't know. The draft 1. It's hard to say since I've never played Kontrol, but I know like the bureau from Kontrol plays a really heavy role into this. Oh, and like look, at any time, this is crazy, right? Like, so I'm in the world, right? I can just hit this. Oh, I can hit this button. Boom. I'm in my mind space, which is where I can like do shit. Seamless. And both characters have a unique mind space. Can I go through here? Well, we... And usually I'm like a first-person shooter, like elitist, but I've got to say I think third-person actually suits this game better.
Parliament Tower, our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape.
He was a victim. A writer.
See, look at that. Isn't that crazy?
The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. Cry
A phone call to listen to?
darkness she'd
I don't think I knew that was a thing.
and that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
This is a oh yeah, thank you. I didn't even hear that. Once again, this gives me like a very Silent Hill feel, and I love the Silent Hill games. Hello, Mr. Phone Call.
Hey, Alan. Thank God it picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper? To the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did. I...
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Is Alan based on, like, his likeness? Is he based off of someone? He kind of looks like Jake Gyllenhaal.
Worried about Alice.
I just don't know if that's intentional.
Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double.
His likeness is a Finnish actor, Ilkka Villi or Ilkka Villi.
Wait,
Okay, okay.
Hello?
Doesn't he look like Jake Gyllenhaal? Am I just making that up? The live action one, more so. Is this where I've already been? Yeah, that's where I came up from. Like a long time ago. He does for sure. Let's go. He looks like Keanu Reeves. Well, Jake Gyllenhaal and Keanu Reeves look very similar. Okay. This is giving me kind of Bioshocky vibes. I like it. God, I can't wait for the next Bioshock, by the way. I'm going so ham on that game. And we haven't had a boss fight in a while, so I'm thinking I'll probably have one soonish. Oh, immersion broke. Can you see that? Elevator's not even moving. I was there the whole time. I'm really glad I was distracted, or else I would have gone. Okay, now I'm initiation 3. I would have been so jump scared right there if I wasn't already talking.
This is photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
Yeah, it's not made by the original Bioshock studio. It's made by 2K, but there is one. There is one being made for sure. And there's a Netflix Bioshock series.
Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice!
See, oh come on, this looks like PT. Oh jeez.
This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before.
Yeah, that's what. That symbol kind of worries me, brother. Sorry, one second.
Alice. This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her?
Yes, I'm very excited for Bioshock's probably like, I'd say Bioshock, Dead Space, Destiny are like my top 3 franchises.
Alice's video camera. No memory card inside.
Okay, gotta locate the memory card. Aha!
Alice's memory card.
This game's really hard to keep straight, like the story. Oh man, I can't wait for a new IP by the original Bioshock team. Judas? Yeah, Judas is gonna be so good. I'm really excited for that too. Very excited. Damn, for such a small apartment, they've got a lot of bookshelf space. All right. Please don't be naked dudes. Please don't be naked dudes. Please don't be naked dudes. Nice. And like all the storytelling stuff is live action in this game. It flows really well.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me.
That's really cool. The
I moved
shadow.
to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right?
Yeah, I know, Micro. That's what I'm saying. Like, this game has so much like that. It's so good. They put a lot of care into this game.
Then Alan hit a block. meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. It's easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises
Yeah.
in the night.
No, this is Alan Wake 2.
Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster.
The story here is that there's an evil doppelganger while I was trapped in essentially purgatory. It's a lot more complicated than that.
I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her.
Oh, this is gonna be cool. Watch this transition, by the way. I bet this is gonna be really sick. That's the evil me. Oh, now it's the good me. It was the evil me. This game has so many like cinematic shots like this. It's crazy.
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing it.
Reminds me of the movie by Marvel about the vampire. Morbius? Are you saying he looks like Jared Leto? Oh no. Oh god. I bet there's a lot of cool things hidden in these. They like to do these jumpy animations a lot. Oh, so now I'm Saga. This is the other character. Or maybe I'm not Saga. Oh no, I'm Alan still. Wait, we're not? I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place. It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deer
Yeah, that's a lot
Fest,
better
which
recap
is
than I did.
scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the dark place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people,
Yeah.
making them crazy, bringing the dark place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the dark place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the dark place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Alan Wake as a character is based off of Stephen King? Oh, really? That's pretty interesting. Yeah, Stephen King wrote a lot of his characters were authors too. They always drink at the same time. There's something weird about that.
Mr. Wake. Alan. We've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
Oh, how's it based off of same like Sick Talk? Okay.
Our vision of you in the dark place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
It's just crazy because it's like they're writing a story that comes true, but you can edit the story to change what happens.
And there's so much of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm fucking saying, man. Oh, here, let's ask him about the Cult of the Tree.
Have you ever heard of the Cult of the Tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder
Oh, this is the
rituals,
cabin that my mind space is in.
monsters possessed by darkness, possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. They have the clicker.
Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult.
Okay. Okay, I still have more collectibles to find by the lake. I'll probably end up 100%ing this game because it is just fucking so good. Yo, Lab, what's up? Oh, Lab. That's fucked.
Dark substance. Yes, I'm playing on hard.
Oh,
Wait, how'd you know that? Nope. Lab, how are you doing today, my friend? Okay, and then lunch boxes. I'm splendid in it. I'm glad you're doing well. But yeah, I wanted to play on hard. So far, hard has actually not been that hard. I thought it was going to be way harder.
the pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return.
But it's not been bad. It's pretty standard. I'm pretty early on, but
true.
sore.
Couldn't it have been a romance?
I'm doing aight. I'm doing aight. It's a Monday, that's for sure. Oh my god. So, for those of you who are not familiar with the story, essentially you have this board that you find clues and you do stuff along the way, and it kind of, this girl's like kind of sidekick. It's hard to explain. But you essentially, you place all these clues and you build them out, and then she'll like discover more things that'll help you progress the story and find stuff. It's a really cool mechanic. Would you do a playthrough on Nightmare? Yeah, I don't see why not. I did that. What the fuck? I did that for when Dead Space came out. I did 3 playthroughs of Dead Space. I did my normal one and then a hardcore one, and then I did, once I got the or it wasn't hardcore. What's the hardest of Dead Space called? The one where you can't die at all. And then I got the Pew gun, and then I did a full run with that too. I cannot wait. Dead Space 2 remade better be on the horizon, man. I did not play Resident Evil. I'm actually not a huge Resident Evil guy. I don't really know too much about it, to be fair, but not really my have you ever played PlayStation Home on the PS3? No, I've never owned a PlayStation. That's not true. I have a PlayStation in my closet from Bungie, but I raised like a bunch of money one year for G2G and I won that, and then it's just been sitting in my closet. So now I feel like a bad person with that hand phone thingy. Yeah, dude. I will continue to anytime they bring out Dead Space, I'll 100% all of it, dude. I'm so excited. Impossible, yeah. I did a whole playthrough on Impossible. First try, beat it, so good. And then I did another Impossible run with the Pew gun.
If the cult has the clicker,
so good.
does that make them Scratch's followers?
Bang, bang, pew, pew. Or no, it's bang, isn't it?
They could be
Bang, 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 bang. That's what he says.
I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, they better.
Of course.
Every
confused?
fiber of my being is hoping that they make a Dead Space
Or
2 and 3
hiding
remake. Oh yeah, so she can also do this thing called profiling, where, like I said, she's kind of a sidekick.
Clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next.
So she can, like,
chapter, the next
Hear their
chapter,
memories or thoughts or
The
something.
next chapter. Keep the pages safe. The dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker.
I played the OG Dead Space, but I didn't do any of the Impossible stuff. I was so young. Dead Space 2 was like my first horror game.
A cloud of wrath.
I played it when I was like 13. I was so excited for it.
Place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here, in Washington. He's hunting Wake.
If he's hunting, then we can just
Scratch
sit
looks
still.
Like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa.
I thought Scratch had been out, like, doing things for a long time. That's what I was under the... From the recap I read, that was the impression I got. Is that wrong?
Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve
Yes, Sai, we are. That is correct.
This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have.
Wait, really? Nudity filter
Be
time?
careful with them.
Is this a safe room where I can save? Okay. Thank you. I thought you were saying I was gonna need it. Does it just blur it? Whew. Yeah, we do have one more triumph coming. It's almost certainly another level of the Imbaru engine that kind of kicks off next season, but other than that, we don't really know much. All right, good to know, Adam. Thank you. Yeah, how long is this game, if someone had to estimate? Why does she do does this ever do anything? She does this to...
Handsome dear.
She does this to every deer. Why does she do that? It has to be something, right? There are so many collectibles and puzzles in this game, I cannot believe that's not something.
Wake has more information. I need to keep questioning him.
Oh, I gotta go into my mind palace. Talk to the deer in the mine place? Wait, what? Really?
Eight remaining. 8 remaining.
How did I never think of that? Thank you. God, that would have driven me crazy. So now I've placed all the clues. And I've done all the profiling. So now I should be able to go back to Alan and he'll have, or not? Oh,
Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
Yo, what's up, Z? I played one chapter after stream. Nothing, it was just kind of backstory. Nothing really big happened. I just explored a lot, mostly. Because I love exploring, and I know that can be kind of annoying to watch, so sorry about that.
They're a part of all this. It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
So yeah, so now I'm at a part in the story I'm at a part in the story where once I was telling you guys, like, she has a story and he has a story, like two separate campaigns that happen at the same time, and I can just like casually do them in any order. How awesome is that? Is this game your game of the year? I don't have that much time into it.
I'm not ready to say that, but it is genuinely impressive.
Past favorite Deerfest floats. Go.
The yarn puppet monstrosity.
Stuffed moose and squirrels one.
By the way, it's really sad to hear about the massive layoffs. Yes, I agree. I very, very much agree. Wait, what can I talk?
You wrote these pages in the dark place. So why are we finding them here?
I think I wrote them. I remember writing an endless amount of pages, but when this happened before, the pages were being sent from the dark place to help me. Maybe the same thing is happening here.
That's all for now, Mr. Wake. Thank you.
Go to the case board. But yeah, I've been enjoying the Saga side of the story, so I'm gonna play her for a bit.
Hello, and welcome to Coffee World, voted Washington's best coffee-themed amusement park. All of our attractions are family-friendly and available to children of all ages, just like our coffee. So, take a sip of our Oh Dear Diner organic coffee and let the adventure begin! Hold on for dear life on the Espresso Express! Oh! Soak in some local history at the Huatari Well, where two serial killers...
The commercials are so good.
...found bodies of their murder victims. It's not haunted. No. Come join Mocha Moose and the goats at our amusement park petting zoo. Just don't share your coffee with the goats. Seriously, stop feeding our goats coffee. Seriously, it's not amusing. Take in amazing views from the Slow Roaster Ferris wheel. I can almost see the Warrior Lighthouse trailer park. This is so much fun. And finish off at our beautiful gift shop where seniors and children under 10 receive a 9%.
I'm gonna have to check out Kontrol, man.
And propane tanks. Welcome to Coffee World. We guarantee you'll jaw a great time.
Like, I've been just so impressed with this.
Time I've requested something be done about the TV in my room. It keeps going on by itself.
That's a clue.
It's keeping me awake all night.
Yes, sir, I'm terribly sorry for that. We've called a professional electrician.
That guy's got a
In the
freaking
meantime,
awesome
have you tried
beard.
Unplugging the TV for the night?
Oh, there's an idea, Einstein. Why don't I just get rid of everything I'm paying for in that room while I'm at it? Sleep on the floor. Go to the toilet in the corner. Hey, I'm not unplugging it. You're fixing it.
Of course, sir.
Interesting.
We'll be right back after this next song by the rock and roll sensation, National Nightmare.
If you get awesome mind powers. If you like Metroidvanias, you'll definitely like Kontrol. Okay. Yeah, so is the gameplay like faster than this then? Or is it about the same? How do they compare? Why can't I just go in all these rooms? It's kind of weird. Much faster? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to check it out, man. Why do people write all this shit down? Wait, it's a manuscript page? What?
Oh, they're all people in this story. 2 manuscripts in this room. Is it like as puzzly as this game?
It doesn't budge.
Okay. So just the kitchen, and then I think we can leave this place. Never mind. Guess we are going outside. Yo, Toshiba, what's up, man? How you doing? Oh, the lake didn't go down at all. Or how much I played is much more focused on shooter than puzzles. Yeah, fair enough. Still, I've been just very impressed by this group of devs. So, oh, more deadbolt. I got to get the deadbolt cutter thing. Bolt cutters.
Hi there.
I swear I brought my full kit along. Jules, you didn't forget to pack the EMF reader, did you?
Are they ghost hunters?
Pack your gear. I've got my own to worry about.
Great. Now how am I supposed to measure the energy signatures emitted by paranormal manifestation?
This is my car. Okay. New location. That's exciting.
Yeah, Anderson, I didn't want to say this in front of Wake, but are you sure this is a good idea? Going on your own?
Assuming we believe the page, I need to check this out. We need to find the cult. Anyone we meet here could be a member. And this Scratch guy.
The evil doppelganger? Must be true, or else this guy can't write for shit.
The quality of his writing aside, if this page turns out to be true like the rest have, this could be a breakthrough. We might solve this thing before backup even arrives.
Yeah, but they're taking their time, so just be careful out there.
Kontrol was their first go at making this a shared universe. It was the game that made them feel confident, go all out with the weirdness in this game.
Maybe I can shake something loose.
Do we know how many games they have in development?
But remember what happened with the Salt Shaker?
Yeah, real funny.
The page placed me in a trailer, somewhere in Watery. I should ask around.
I said this yesterday, but I love the chapter titles.
For Mayor Setter is a vote for everyone.
Mayor Seta will stand up.
Popping up like that. Max Payne 1 and 2 remake and Control 2, as far as I know. Okay. And Max Payne's going to be in this universe as well, or?
Have a second?
Long time and no see, Miss Anderson. Thor and Odin are not here. They are old tricksters always sneaking off.
Sorry, no, I wanted to ask you about something else. Can you point me to any trailers around here?
Sure.
Only references, gotcha.
Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park. Ilmo Koskel owns it. Owns many things in town.
And where is Ilmo?
I saw Ilmo and his brother.
The art direction is crazy. Look, this is in-engine NPC guy.
Used to be the bridge.
Crazy, man.
Do you live around here?
I live in Bright Falls. You've seen me around. I am Mr. Blum. You call me Vladimir. I work at a nursing home. I take care of your old people. We are on day trip, music, sauna, the good times. I bring them here in the bus.
The elderly are very important. And it's a very nice bus. Thanks.
Hi.
Oh, you rascal. What have you been up to this time around? There's only so many times I can keep fixing the same hole.
I never know where to go, man. The one thing, this game, one thing I really like is it does not hold your hand, like, at all. It'll turn you around if you go too far off the plot, actually, the path, actually. But other than that,
Saga, over here.
it doesn't tell you like where to go or anything, or how to solve puzzles. It's pretty cool. It's crazy to see nowadays because most games like really do.
Introduction, the Koskalas. Ilmo voted Businessman of the Year by the Bright Falls Herald, and Jaakko, a stay-at-home dad. I'm proud of that. I miss that Anderson sense of humor. It's great to see you again, Saga. Yeah, super nice to see you again, Saga.
They act like they've known me for years. This keeps happening. Are you familiar with the Cult of the Tree?
Yeah, we always thought it was an urban legend. Kids drawing creepy symbols to scare each other, but now it's gotten pretty damn real, huh? It's terrible.
Oh, do we get to go to Coffee World? I hope we do.
Well, we're looking into it. Hoping to get things back to normal soon.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's mostly like their micro movements are crazy. Their nods and their smiles and their blinks.
Mind if I take a look inside?
No, not yet, Brendan. I got it figured out for this game, but the next time I try out a game, definitely I'm gonna do that.
Lighthouse Trailer Park, me, can help you with that. It's good to have our funniest resident back.
Resident? I don't understand what you mean.
If this is your way of getting out of any outstanding bills, don't worry. They've been handled. Must be hard coming back to where you and your little girl lived.
It's like they remember a different reality. Is the horror story messing with their memories? So what is Coffee World?
You mean you haven't seen our commercial for it? Coffee World is a smooth blend of rides, food, and fun. We even had a real moose.
All right, oh yeah, thanks for hanging out, man.
Recently. Plus, right next to
People kept feeding that moose coffee, dude.
Our own Kalevala Knights motorcycle club. We're busy building the floats for Deerfest. Don't go peeking, though. You know, we're saving the big reveal for Deerfest.
So, your commercials?
They're more than commercials, Saga. Our goal is to both entertain and educate local viewers about the fine products and services we provide. And, Jaakko here really comes...
Yeah, ZK. That's definitely one of the takes I've seen today.
I'm just there for the free beer. Not sure what Ilmo's excuse is. Hey, I'm writer, producer, co-lead, director. Do yourself a favor and, check them all out.
Profiling is the key.
Okay, so I'll have to profile these guys. I want to walk around. I want to walk around. Oh, well, here, I'll profile and then I'll walk around after, I guess.
A trailer park is a good place to look for a trailer. Keep it simple, Saga. Wake says the story will change reality around us. If that's true, then I need to know what's real and what's fiction.
It's about to get very confusing. And this is why I think it's a lot like Silent Hill, because Silent Hill did this too, where it just like constantly fucked with your head. It's like, I have no idea what the hell's going on at any given point in time. That's kind of how I feel right now.
Elmo thinks the cult is just an urban legend. Or does he?
There are things that go bump in the night. It's all true. It's all true. Sound the alarm, brother. Gather the troops, brother. Jaakko, the shadow of the forest is creeping closer.
They don't think it's an urban legend at all. They understand it's dangerous.
With the delay for Final Shape, I hope it will get the itch to play again. But this season, I was absolutely loving the story, but I just got so burnt out so fast. Yeah.
Lights, laughter, and love.
Hopefully, the delay allows for a better product. I just.
Saga and her daughter. Oh boy.
If they planned for the delay, then sure. But I mean, no one was expecting it. You know what I mean?
We take care of her trailer while she's gone.
Should have stayed on the Alan the Metal mission is around the corner. Can I switch right now, or do I have to wait until the end of this mission?
The Koskela brothers have happy memories of me living here. This must be the story affecting them. I'll play along for now. I need the key to that trailer. All joking aside, yes, I would like to see my trailer. Do you have a spare set of keys?
Good for you. Yeah, I have a spare set. They're just over at Coffee World. I'd get them for you, but Yaku and I have to head to Bright Falls. The spare keys are in the gift shop safe. I'll call ahead and have someone get them out for you. Oh, the road's flooded, but if you just follow this trail behind me, it'll lead you there.
Cool. Okay, yeah.
Gift shop so they can get Saga a hand. Yep.
If the metal mission's right around the corner, I want to do that then. How do I switch? I have to go, I found like a save point, right? I'm gonna assume there's a save point in there. I can see them doing weapon reissues or for an extra raid or dungeon. Yeah, maybe. Was my name on there?
Okay then. Catchy tune.
There we go. Alright, I'm gonna go play Alan's game then. Yeah, I hope we get Garden. Garden's weapons could be really good. You have bad internal news? Of what?
I was back. I wasn't able to escape. A dark presence had stopped me.
Oh, Elduin? Salvatore's gone? Wait, what? Has that been announced?
I had seen the title page of another manuscript. Return. I didn't remember writing it, but it felt familiar. Important. I had to find it.
Andrew Elmore got laid off?
The plot board was empty again. I needed a new draft, back at the beginning, but closer to my goal.
There's no way. Salvatore. That guy, no way! From a layoff? What am I supposed to do? Oh, here we go. Oh, I got it right. I probably have to sit down. Salvatore wrote all of the music. Like, all of it. I don't know what the fuck to... Yeah, I'm gonna wait for like an official thing on that. But if true, that's fucking awful.
I might actually be stupid. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. Arson did? Oh, wait. I have literally no idea what's going on here. I think again the dark precipice something changed now. There had been had I written it? It's important. Can anyone tell me? The typewriter? I thought it was the typewriter. Oh, it's got its own fucking thing. That's what I thought. Damn it. I thought the words of power was overlapping it. God, this game makes me feel so dumb.
Scratch was reaching out from the dark place to get Alice. She was out, but still in danger.
Welcome. Our guest tonight is Alan Wake. This time he wanted to do something.
I was back, and I hadn't forgotten. I knew how this worked now. I could take control, no more surprises.
What demons he wrestles with in the dark hours of the night. Together with our house band, the divine old gods of Asgard, we have created something very special. The song is called Herald of Darkness, but I like to call this next segment the story of the journey of Alan Wake, the musical. We just do what we always do. We'll chat, but instead of talking, we'll sing it.
What the fuck is about to happen? I love these transitions so much. Wait, what?
From what I've gathered, you grew up nice and sheltered with mama's pretty stories and your own made-up fury. And mama gave me a magic clicker. Well, yes, I think it's true and fair to say.
What the fuck? What? Who thinks of this?
drawn to stories early on. My dreams would light up my imagination. And you had nightmares night and day. Yeah, but with the clicker, I chased those frights away. Who knew? So true. So here is the clue of hope to remember. Visions that come true. Bend the lights with steel.
Why can't I use any of my stuff? This is fucking awesome. This is Alan Wake 2. What the f-
And the award goes to Alan Wake. And all your stories of crime and chilling thrillers.
Wait, what? It's not over.
It was all too much. I had to get away.
I have never experienced anything like this in a video game ever. This is insane. Yeah, this is Alan Wake, dude. What?
But there is more to it than meets the eye. I never meant for it to ruin my life that way. Would you say you lived a jaded lie? Dark shades could never save the day. So sad, but true.
This goes so hard. I just don't understand how you even get the idea to do something like this. I think it's making me sit through it. Or is it pointing? Are the arrows pointing? Oh, I can't really do anything about this guy, so hopefully. What the fuck was that? Oh, it's a ballad now? Oh, I've got my gun back. Got my flashlight back too. One more typewriter. A flare gun? Let's fucking go! I should probably save that. This chorus goes hard. All right, maybe I should just go ahead and use the... Oh, god damn it. That's not at all what I meant to do. I'm glad it's just like stalking me up right now. Oh, good to know, Matt. Thank you. Oh, we got a Metallica type song. Oh, I need health. I just realized I don't have any of my bandages, I don't think. How do I open my inventory? Well, that's not good. Sea of paper. I agree, Z. This is crazy. The flare gun is not a flare gun. It's a fucking grenade launcher. Please be bandages. Painkillers. That's better than nothing. Brother. I haven't seen exact confirmation on Michael Salvatore yet, but if my man actually got laid off, that's a fucking GG. Single-handedly. I mean, how much of Destiny is amplified due to the music? You know what I mean? That might be the biggest L I've ever heard in my entire life. Like, imagine if, like, Bethesda fucking laid off Mick Gordon. You know what I mean? Oh my god, I'm fucking dead. I'm gonna die. I haven't died yet. I don't know what happens. Oh, he's gonna start sprinting. Please reload. Okay, I need milk, dude. I need supplies big mad, big sad right now. There we lost Marty. Yeah, Marty's a piece of shit though. There are definitely worse people to lose. I wouldn't say it's extremely scary. It's I don't think I'm gaining health. I would not say it's scary. It's much more like suspense and mystery. There's a couple jump scares that have gotten me, but no, I wouldn't say anything's been like really terrifying. I mean, I'm playing the musical level. What in the fuck was that? That was awesome. So am I safe? I'm in the green room now.
See that coming.
Yeah, same, dog.
A vision.
Oh! Oh, it's not over yet. Let's go.
Such a dark place. Am I trapped in? I cannot remember. There was a manuscript that held a key. A vicious cycle I must not surrender to. Echo scenes to seek out again and again until I figure it out to bring this song to its end.
Oh.
Is there any way out to bring this song to its end?
We can't go down this? Oh, that's where I just came from. Sorry, I was just making sure I didn't like miss anything. It's still not over. This is crazy. That chorus goes hard, by the way. What the fuck?
And I thought this place couldn't get any stranger.
That was so good. Oh, that is so good. It's stuck in the janitor's head. Oh. Oh my god, this game is so fucking good, man. Oh my god. It's gonna be locked. I needed that, dude. I really did. That was great. That was so fucking good. That was so good! Oh my god! I can't believe I'm in shock how fucking good that was. Dude, Math, what a good call on me playing that. Actually fucking brilliant, dude. That like legitimately might be my favorite level I've ever played in a video game ever in my entire fucking life. Oh my god. That was fucking incredible. I can't believe that wasn't spoiled for me, dude. I just can't, dude. I can't even right now. That was so good.
It's all about me. This performance the Dark Place was putting on. But I had no control over it. I knew how utterly lost I was.
Man. What a thing to experience.
Again. The mystery caller was back at it. I had to find out more.
Like, so if I go down here. Wait, what? Oh, this is a safe room.
I needed to answer the phone. Last time the caller pointed me in the right direction.
Yeah, it looks like Salvatore might have been laid off. I don't think there's been official confirmation yet that I've seen.
Alan Wake? Do you know who I am?
How the fuck could I?
Whoa! There's that famous temper. Lucky thing I'm not a paparazzi.
You keep jerking me around, refusing to tell me who you are.
You remember? You... Oh, fuck me. Alan, listen. Tell me, how much do you remember? Did you visit Parliament Tower? Did you find anything there?
Yeah. Alice is in danger. Scratch is reaching out to her, and there's another manuscript. Not initiation, return. I saw the title page. I don't remember writing it.
Return? Oh man, this is what we're after. The Scratch can't have it. Our survival, the survival of the fucking cosmic everything depends on this. Come to me. Ocean View Hotel.
This is Alan Wake 2. Was Salvatore even employed by Bungie, or is he just contracted for his music? I have never seen him do anything else, and he's been working with Destiny since Reach.
Just need to find another way in. We go with the flow of this ocean. Catch you soon, brother.
The Ocean View Hotel. A suspicious invitation to a shady meeting. Right on the money for the hard-boiled genre the whole city was built upon.
Thanks, Dane. Yeah. I don't know, man. Fuck. This game is so good. I just wish today was better, you know what I mean? I'm really worried about the whole Bungie thing all around, really. But, you know, we'll keep chugging along, doing our thing, and
the Ocean View Hotel. My destination.
Yeah, it was. I know.
A loop that delivered me back to the street.
Oh, here we go.
What did the mystery caller said? If the waves keep pushing you away, you just need to find another way in.
I'll probably have to go to, yep.
With only dream logic to lead me to the hotel, I looked to the neon signs for guidance.
Oh, the Mere Peak neon sign? What the fuck does that even mean?
The sky bridge above was connected to the hotel. That could be my way in, if I could reach it.
Oh, arrow.
A dark presence is out there. It's hunting me. Its spies are always watching. That's what it gives me.
The The story I was building was fragile, constantly under attack. There was no time to waste. The Dark Presence was only
Yo, Ender, what's up? This game has been unbelievable so far. It's been so good. The environmental storytelling is just insane. Everything about this game is just insane. I just don't know what else to say. That's the only way I can talk about it. Oh, I'll keep an eye out for it, Math.
Casey! You're the killer, the cult leader. It's in your eyes.
No! You got the wrong man! It's Scratch! There's no time to lose!
You're going nowhere.
Oh, did I just kill Casey? I killed my own character? Can you do that?
I was dead tired. I just wanted it to be over. It was all my fault. I'd had this dark place in my head for so long. Sometimes I'd forget the pain was there. Like it was the way you were supposed to feel. I was not in a dark place. I was the dark place. The source of it all. The vessel. Me and the writer. We were the same.
This place kept pushing me under, getting into my head, poisoning me with darkness. I had to find a way to escape before it was too late. Too late again.
Got a hour there. Wait, what? Oh, this is where I'm supposed to go? Wait, is it? I really, really like how the mechanics are different for every, for both characters. Oh my god, I don't even know what the fuck's supposed to happen. No, well, okay, I'm supposed to go there. So I'll go back out the other way in a second. There'll be a... Wait, what? Wait, what? How do you even do that? Video games are magic, bro. Wait, okay, well, why can I turn this off? Thank you, Mira. I appreciate it. I'm a little confused why I would want to do this. Oh, here, I'm going to backtrack real quick. Just a little bit. Why? There's some of those light things that just don't make any sense to me. I don't know why they exist.
Because it was already in this state when I got here, right? Yeah, we just finished it. Absolutely nuts. I wouldn't say D2 is dead, but this is a very, 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 very rough time for Bungie. I think right now we should be more focused and empathetic towards those that literally lost their livelihoods today, you know? Focus on the other stuff later. What the fuck is that? Yeah, the graphics in this game are insane. Oh, that's where I'm supposed to go. Come on. Oh! Wait, what the fuck is this? Oh. Ah! Jesus Christ!
The shadows faded back into darkness.
Oh yeah, sorry. There you go. I meant to do that, Z, thank you. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, okay. I think I was spitting like darkness balls at me. That's toxic. Don't they know you should treat others like you want to be treated, bro? Toxic darkness monsters. Bro, that's creepy as shit. Whisper out someone else. Oh, I done goofed. Oh, this is a jump scare moment for sure. Come on.
Wait, what the? Oh, it's like a big word of power, I think. What shit's going on there? They're transitioning, yeah. The chicken, love that. Okay, we're gonna go brutal. I think there's a giant word of power. I think this all is a giant word of power. Or not? How? I might be able to see it from there. Oh, there's a memory here.
This city will suck you dry if you stay here for too long.
I love this storytelling.
You'll end up a lost soul haunting the streets.
Yeah, the arrow points towards the
Faded out shadow.
that.
Glimpsed by some other poor bastard on his way toward the same fate. Your broken dreams become a broken mirror.
Oh, can you vault on that?
Twisted reflection staring back at you with all the
Oh, I'm not sure if you can. I'll check. That's a good idea. I didn't even think about that.
guilt and shame was the monster you could never get away from.
I get so worried I'm missing stuff because like between like all the switching and stuff, like. No, it doesn't look like it. Of course that's what it is. This game makes me feel very stupid. Sometimes it's just like the most obvious shit and I'm just like, well, I don't know why I didn't think about that. And then I feel dumb. Oh! Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Alright, I'm gonna... Why would I want to do that? You know what I mean? That trips me out so much. Because I could go down there. There's also stairs over here. Yeah, sod. I want to wait for official confirmation. But that is the rumor currently going around. But yes, I also hope. I also hope that's not true. Because Salvatore has done so much for the franchise. Like, so much great stuff for the franchise in terms of just, you know, really amplifying Destiny. trying to see if there's anything I'm missing here. Anytime they have me switch back and forth between light and dark, I get so sketched. Oh. The darkness one. There's always a darkness when you have to align with it.
I could see the Ocean View Hotel. I was getting close.
Oh! Is this a good game to get by? I've been really enjoying it. If you like survival horrors, I absolutely recommend it. Where is the darkness orb? Does anyone see it? Might be over there? Is that light orb still there if I transition? Yeah, it is. Okay. So, like, what's the difference? Why? Is this gonna be locked here and that's why I go to the light? Why? Oh, what the shit? Oh my god, that is so trippy. Mo? Why do I know that name? Alright, something's going on.
The lights affected where the door led to.
Don't like that. Oh, yes. Man, it really looks like they just took an axe to the community management team, which is... That's horrendous. Once again, we had just gone back to a state where they were finally openly communicating with us again. I don't know. I'm not feeling great about a lot of this stuff. Oh, what the... Oh, is it 665? No, it's 4 numbers. I just don't know, man. Oh, there it is.
You dream of calling it quits, making a clean break, retiring, escaping, leaving all this sordid misery and terror behind.
Inventory full.
Getting in a car and driving till you see the sun rise, somewhere where the sun still rises. Settling down, buying a house, fixing it up, building a life, finding someone. It's a fool's dream. It would all go bad. And having let hope in, it would be unbearably worse than this. You can take the man out of the city, but you can never take the city out of the man.
The whole light thing still confuses the shit out of me, I'm not gonna lie.
I could use that shotgun.
$1900, the shotgun. So 2550 is probably how I opened the door.
The bar menu caught my eye.
What do you mean? Oh. Okay, hand flare. I have an extra painkiller I can flash. Oh, I can heal using this. I probably don't need flare and flashbang, right? So I'll get rid of the... Get rid of 2 more things. Why can't I just drop stuff? That's tragic. Let me make sure there's not... Seems like the perfect place to put like a... Increase my bag size or something. Fuck, okay. Flare gun ammo I should keep. We'll get rid of this one. I have 2 bandages now. Okay, well I don't need 4 bandages, I guess. There we go. Oh wait, go back to that. Okay, it's 2550, right? 2550.
Can't take the last.
I did not mean to do that. That was completely by accident. I panicked a little bit. I'm glad it worked out, though. Thank you, Square. I see. I love. There's absolutely no hints there. Like, you just got to do it. It's such a. It's an easy puzzle, but nowadays, like most games would just like walk you through that, like very deliberately. Switch to the handgun. Oh, room 665. That's where I'm supposed to go. I don't remember getting that key, but fair enough.
The room was empty except for the projector. More games. Was the film a message waiting to be played?
Yep. Yes, it was. More music numbers? Yo, Clausig, how you doing, man? I'm doing really well. How are you doing? Just vibing? Finna? What the fuck is that, Scratch?
In this temple of shadow and mist, there's a window in the floor and a door in the ceiling. There's no knowing, am I standing still, or running, or kneeling?
You're the one who's been calling me.
Indeed. I'm Tom Zane. Welcome to the House of Zane.
The poet. The diver. You look like me. How the hell?
Or maybe you look like me, you handsome devil. The diver was a beloved character I played in one of my films. I'm a filmmaker. A celebrated auteur.
I need answers. Why is return so important? What?
Alan, you always get worked up like this. Come on, I'll fix you a drink. We're in this together. Two artists collaborating, remember? Crafting the keys to our escape. Your magnum opus, Return, and its companion piece, my film. Sharing our life-altering visions, a melding of higher minds. Dreaming up our transcendental work.
This is fucking crazy.
Here, in this room, in this room, in this room, in this room, in this room.
How do you even write something like this, man?
Return, because we return.
And that is how the magic happened.
Enough of this bullshit. Alice is in danger. I need another murder site to go further. Back to Parliament Tower. Scratch is...
Your wife is safe, back in the real New York. But Scratch is reaching for her through an overlap. Return is the key to escaping the dark place. You need to get it before that freak does. There's a murder site here in the hotel. Let the waves of your writing carry you there.
Hello?
They're all yours. If anyone asks, you were never here.
Thomas Zane had ended our talk in what felt like a paranoid fit. I had what I needed from him. There was another murder site in the hotel to guide me further toward my escape. I had to write my way to it. An idea nagged at me. I could almost reach it.
The word. Whispers from the police radio kept me awake at night. The word through the ether. A murder in the backdrop of a play featuring a murder cult. How meta can you get? He said, looking knowingly at the camera. I could sense the cult of the word in this, and their leader, Mr. Scratch. Rumored to be Alan Wake, the writer who'd gone missing years before.
The hotel was a perfect setting for a Casey story. I was on the right path. I would start at the entrance lobby.
I can't even believe this shit, dude. This game constantly is just like, has me feeling like, who the hell does this? Who can do this? It's great.
The entrance hall set the mood, where everyone had come in. The victim, the murderer, the detective. An idea, clear as a vision, waited for me here.
Yeah, that's me. Our performance of the cult was cursed from the pre-show ritual on. The cult is an immersive theatrical experience.
Okay. Well, that's where I'm gonna call it for tonight, because I'm hungry as fuck, so I'm gonna go eat. This game, man, I just don't even know. I don't even know. It is man, it is nothing less than an experience. It is phenomenal. It is phenomenal. Alrighty, well, definitely more streams this week talking about stuff, and hopefully we get more information, and you know, we find out more about what's going on with Bungie, and we shall see. Thank you all for hanging out. Appreciate you. And I'll see you guys later. Have a great night. See you, everyone.